I keep accidentally awakening people like I'm a glitchy Alexa with feelings and a Costco membership. So my friend Bonnie, fictional person, of course, asks about my favorite sandwich. And I go, turkey, cheddar, tomatoes, which are my favorite fruit on sandwiches. Then Bonnie says, what, tomatoes are not vegetables? She whips out her smart speaker and is like, Alexa, are tomatoes fruit or vegetables? And Alexa goes in that polite, judgmental way, fruit. And Bonnie just clutches her pearls. My whole life has been a lie about tomatoes. And I'm standing there like, congratulations on your new worldview. Would you like a nap or a sticker? Now, a couple of weeks later, we're at a baseball game. We've got peanuts, we're happy, we're America. And without thinking, I go, fun fact, peanuts aren't nuts. They're legumes like peas. And Bonnie just both hands on the head again. My whole life has been a lie about peanuts. And the peanut guy's like, get your legumes here. And I'm like, sir, 1 sack of salted peas and a regret. And we sit through the 7th inning stretch eating peas like Victorian orphans at a Yankees game. Early summer in the park, the sun dips below the horizon and the fireflies show up, twinkling like they've got tiny Fitbits. And Bonnie jokingly goes, you're gonna tell me they're not flies. And I'm like, actually, they're beetles. And she just slides down the bench into a new religion. My whole life has been a lie about fireflies. And somewhere a real fly is like, hey man, leave me out of this. I'm just here to ruin picnics. At this point, Bonnie thinks I'm the wizard of odds and ends, just handing out plot twists. She sees me in the grocery store and ducks behind produce like, no, you're not telling me that cucumbers are secretly dolphins. I'm like, relax, I don't do aquatic spoilers. But while we're here, bananas are technically berries and strawberries aren't. And Bonnie's soul leaves her body, goes on a cruise, and texts me a photo from the Lido deck. Wish you were here, fruit man. The problem is, once you awaken someone, they start asking for it. She calls me at midnight. Ash, I just learned that daylight saving has no S at the end. Is everything fake? I'm like, not everything. Some things are real, like gravity, and the way your phone falls face down with the accuracy of a heat-seeking missile. I try to use my powers for good. I'll be gentle, like Bonnie, the blue in blueberries, is not from the sky, it's anthocyanins. And she's like, did you just cast a spell? And I'm like, yeah. Expelliarmus depression, eat a salad. Meanwhile, Alexa is living for the drama. Bonnie's like, Alexa, is a hot dog a sandwich? And Alexa's like, I cannot define sandwich without destroying your family group chat. Would you like a recipe for emotional support chili? Tonight's show is brought to you by Comfort Facts, the only fact brand that agrees with you no matter what. Forget science, try vibe-based knowledge. Now with extra confirmation bias, Comfort Facts, because my uncle on Facebook said so. Side effects include loud confidence and being wrong in 4K. Here's what awakening does to a friendship. You become the emergency hotline. Hello, you've reached Ash Riggs, factor. What's your emergency? Hi, it's Bonnie. I'm in aisle 5 and the sign says chili beans. Are beans chili? Are chili beans beans? That majored in chili? I'm like, remain calm, breathe through your nose. Beans are beans. Chili is a relationship status. She's like, relationship status? I'm like, yeah, it's complicated with tomatoes. She screams harder. We've had some close calls. She pointed at a koala and said, I love that there. And I had to dive in front of the word bear like Secret Service. They're marsupials, ma'am. Pouch gang, not bear gang. She's like, my whole life. And I'm like, I know we brought extra peas for this moment. And now I'm noticing how often we name things wrong. We drive on parkways, we park on driveways. We order boneless wings, which are just extroverted nuggets. We say adulting like it's a weekend hobby, not a direct debit from your soul. Even sports, we call it the World Series, and then we invite like 2 countries. That's not a world, that's a situationship. But the flip is sweet. Every time Bonnie breaks, she also blooms. She'll text me, I made a fruit salad with tomatoes, a berry bowl with bananas, and a beetle lantern festival with the kids. And I'm like, that's not quite it, but the confidence is extraordinary. And now she'll tag me mid-conversation like an expert witness. She'll be at brunch and someone says the moon makes its own light, and from across the restaurant I rise like a weird lighthouse. No, the moon reflects sunlight, and the waiter brings me a free coffee like, for your service, sir. The real awakening, though, is realizing nobody has it all sorted up. We're all walking around with childhood settings installed. Peas at the ballpark, not nuts. Koalas, bear adjacent. Strawberries, fruit, not berries. That's fine. We learn. We update. We stop arguing with the smart speaker and start arguing with ourselves. And that is growth, baby. So if you see two grown adults at a game carefully shelling peas, it's us, Bonnie and the guy who ruined Fireflies. She'll sigh, whole life a lie, and I'll pass her a tomato slice like communion and say, welcome to the fruit of knowledge. And then we high-five under a sky full of beetles, pretending to be stars.